course, this facility that we're in right now, Father Francis J. Crishy Student and Alumni Center. As Terry noted, the Crishy family, including Father Frank's estate, made a gift to Hayden High School that helped us get started, and we've had dozens of other donors that have been a part of this, of putting this facility together. And if you were in here a year ago, as Terry said, I think that you would be join all of us, including our students, in how happy we are that we were able to make this a reality. Father Frank was a tremendous supporter of Catholic education. On the day that Father Frank passed away, I picked him up from his home, very icy roads. He didn't want to drive. Brought him over here. He celebrated Mass with students and faculty before school. We stopped at the diner down the street here on Gage and made plans for me to pick him up the next day to come back and say Mass. And that afternoon, he died peacefully at his apartment. And I think this is such a lovely tribute that so many people have been a part of to help make sure that we could recognize him in this fashion. And so we're happy to do that, and I hope that Father Frank's looking down on us. As I told his brother Larry, when Father Frank was alive, he would have told us, no. You can't name anything after me. I don't want you to do that. But then after we decided to do it, he would have been glad to tell us how that we should do it. I thanked him often for his advice. There's some outdoor pictures, and of course, we're really happy about the new audiovisual equipment that has also been installed here. Our governance structure. I thought maybe people might be interested in a little bit of that. Hayden High School is incorporated. There's room for 5 corporate members in our structure, but one priest fills 2 of those spots. Archbishop, and then the 2 vicars general, Father Gary Pennings and Father Brian Schieber, who's also the pastor at Most Pure Heart, and then our regional pastoral leader, Father John Hollinger, who's with us this evening. Our Board of Trustees is appointed by the corporate members and serves in a oversight function and in a responsibility for making sure that we're true to our mission, first of all, and then that we operate properly. And our president is Eric Otting, and Lori Spain is our vice president. The superintendent of schools is Dr. Kathy O'Hara, and then our chaplain that gave our opening prayer, Father Nick Blaha, and then I'm blessed to have 3 other wonderful people that help me administrate the school. Our principal, Mark Madsen, assistant principal, Mr. Mike Monahan, and then Bobby Tall, who is the person most famous for It's a Great Day to Be a Wildcat. And then we have the Hayden Foundation Board. Terry is the current president of that. Tony Berry is our vice chair. And Mark Reinhardt is our treasurer. And then the Hayden School Council advises the principal, and it's made up of 2 representatives from each of the parishes. Dr. Tom Doyle, who was here, is the president of that organization, and Jim currently serves as vice president. Enter to learn, lead to serve. You heard that a little while ago. Well, about serving, we have the Hayden Service Program that Julie talked a little bit about. We have the Faith in Action elective class, where students during the school day go out and perform service functions at different organizations in town. The Campus Ministry elective class, and then the St. Joseph of Arimathea Society, which is kind of a new program at Hayden, where some of our young men serve as pallbearers in the Topeka community, especially at our Catholic churches, for those families who may not have sufficient family members in order to carry out that part of the services. It's been a very, very well-received program. We established a couple years ago, or actually last year, a slogan that we go by: tradition of faith, tradition of excellence, and a tradition of service. As far as the faith goes, our students perform extremely well on the ACRE assessment. That's the assessment of catechetical and religious education that's given nationally. It tests over what the bishops have indicated high school students should know when they graduate from a Catholic high school. Infusion of mission into every classroom and in every course. It's up to our teachers, and one that they embrace, and an assignment that they embrace, to make the Catholic faith and our spirituality part of every subject area throughout the day. Back up here a little bit. And We intend to make Catholicity intentional, rather than just have it happen because there's a crucifix on the wall or because there's religion class. We want to make sure that our students are aware of the Catholicity of our school throughout the school day. Tradition of excellence. The State Department of Education set up these different programs a few years ago in order to respond to No Child Left Behind. The state of Kansas also continued that in their assessment program, and Hayden has been recognized ever since the inception of that for the past 8 years in a row as a school of excellence and met the standard of excellence from 2005 to 2012 in multiple subject areas. We have the highest ACT average score in Shawnee County, and the Advanced Ed, which is one of our accrediting agencies along with the state of Kansas, graded us or ranked us as highly functional in several different areas last year when we completed that assessment. We have excellent fine arts programs and clubs, and we've had a number of National Merit Scholars, which is based on a test that students take during their junior year. We have 2 National Merit Scholars this year, and a couple of years ago we had 6. And every year we seem to have several that participate in that program. In activities and athletics, we're a member of the Centennial League and the High School Activities Association, and we've won over 50 state championships in debate, forensics, Scholars Bowl, and athletics, and nearly 40 state runners-up during that time period. Student success. Mr. Madsen is responsible for bringing these lines of information to our students. I think we picked it up from a video that we watched that was done by Coach Lou Holtz, most famous for his time at Notre Dame University. First and foremost, do what is right. And then do your best. And then treat everyone like you'd like to be treated. And we try to tell our students that often, and I think it showed up in Jim's remarks that he had a little while ago. Some of that stuff. Now, kind of a new announcement. Our Hayden Board of Trustees approved the other day that we would begin using, as the Archdiocese indicated when they incorporated Hayden High School just a couple of years ago, our name officially to become Hayden Catholic High School. And so we are adding that component to our name in order that people throughout, everybody in Topeka knows, but throughout the state of Kansas and nationally would know that we are Catholic. Because there wasn't previously anything in our name as we knew it, as we expressed it currently, that indicated that. Our first name was Assumption High School. That kind of tells you, if you know anything about religion, that we're Catholic. And then it was Topeka Catholic to recognize that there were more parishes than just Assumption that were involved. And then Capital Catholic to recognize that our school building on 8th Street faced directly across the street from the state capitol. But Hayden didn't have that in there. And so we will begin using Hayden Catholic. And this is an artist rendering of some things we're trying to work on as far as incorporating our current logo into some new letterhead and stationery that we'll be developing when we use up all the old stuff that we have and move forward. Now, the next thing that I want to tell you about is something that got me, because as much time as we spend trying to make sure we're Catholic and to share our mission, our students always seem to come up with something that's special and does a better job of it than most everything we try to do. Enter to learn, lead to serve. Tradition of faith, tradition of excellence, tradition of service. But our students on one of our athletic teams, cross-country team, decided to put something kind of new and unique on the back of their t-shirts. And I have that t-shirt with me, and that's what I'm going to close with this evening before I thank you for coming again. And I'll do the clicker so everybody can see it. But on the back of their t-shirts, I think, is a great motto for all of us moving forward. Like I told you, Hayden cross-country team, and on the back they put dream big, work hard, trust God. When you think about humility, which is one of those things that was been brought up tonight. I think it's a great, I don't know if they really understood everything they were doing, but isn't that a great way, back to that,